Today we speak about the old age, which is an area, a phase of our life that we all go through, that we all encounter. But we need to understand, and probably in a deeper level, what does it mean? What does our society, our system expects us to associate with this definition of what is old, what is young, what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, right and left, all the separations from the system, from the mind coming, that is dividing things. Because things in general, concepts in life are different, but not separated. It's not something that is expected and some other things are not expected, so they have to be considered bad. Also because from which perspective? If we analyze them from the point of view of the Eastern society, they would be one thing. If we analyze them in the Western society, and then still within that, according to the time, according to the era, the age, things have massively changed. But we tend nowadays to say, because we need numbers, we need data, we need to say a person is considered young till what age? Till 50, till 60, till 40, till 45, and then afterwards it's considered old, or you can also call it in a different way, mature, ripe, whatever is the definition, grown up, which is the definition of the mind that wants to go. And by the way, this definition is coming considering the body perspective, which is not the whole person, which is not the holistic approach, where we also have the part of the soul. That's why lots of people sometimes say, but despite of my age, despite of the age of my body, I feel inside myself young. That's what, or maybe we see young people, and plenty of them in the current generations, where for some of them, they seem older than people that are older. And with old, again, what does it mean? Wiser or old because they are tired of life. Their expectations is already arrived. They are, they don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. They don't want to put any effort to conquer things in general, so they consider themselves arrived, and they want things that are simply ready, comfortable, and they don't want to waste their time, energy. They don't want to invest in the so-called experience, which makes a huge difference, the huge difference. Or they are old in terms of they are wise because they are reconnecting back with the wisdom. That means that, of course, their soul have been around for a long time, for centuries. And especially in the younger generations nowadays, there is an opening to spirituality, which is quite remarkable. And it's easier for them to be connecting with other waves of beliefs, of explaining the world with something that probably in the previous generations was not possible for a variety of situations. So again, we need, of course, to remember that the concept of time is circular. So it's not that we were born and then we arrive till the end of life in death in a linear way. Because what does it happen the majority of time that you know? Why do all the people that have a bigger age, sometimes they don't remember about things that they did 5 minutes before, yesterday, but they tend to remember what they did in their childhood. So their memories are vivid. And this is fascinating because it's really more reaffirming the concept of time. So it's going back, and that's why they, for the majority of time, they go back to their children time, to the time of memory that will always be inside their hearts, inside their souls, and carried on forever, which are probably the memories that matter compared to the happenings that we do in our daily lives, and that we cannot remember anymore, because they will take these memories in the journey. So after inside their souls, even if in an unconscious level, afterwards, whatever you believe that is happening after life, a continuation beyond the threshold is a continuation of the journey. Then of course it depends on your beliefs. But in the moment we keep seeing life and death separated, we keep seeing this separation between what is young and what is old, for which then, as I said, it's the system, it's the society that defines when does a definition, a name come in for us to identify in a specific age, in a specific thing. And then, of course, the system in which we live. Because if we think, for example, of some traditions, like for example, the Mayan tradition, they used to celebrate actually the dark time, the death time, the non-active time, which is instead of just celebrate the day, just instead of celebrate the active time like we do nowadays. And in some rituals, in some ceremonies, actually the concept of dying, for them it was a reward, and not necessarily just in their traditions. If we also think in the time of battles, when for some populations, for example, in the northern countries, in the pagan traditions, going to Valhalla, so to the afterlife, whatever you call it, paradise, was actually an honor. And it was an honor to die in battle, having shown their courage to fight in a battle, so that they could have been they could have been in the position of earning this reward of going into the afterlife and being remembered as the brave warrior that died to defend their land and their people. So in many traditions, this concept of the dark side, the side in which we are sleeping, the big long sleep, is actually evaluated more than the time of acting, the time of light. So again, this shows another different way of, another different perspective. So what is right? What is wrong? Nothing. None of them, all of them are right, because they are a continuation, because we don't need to choose, we don't need to consider separated time in which we need to get worried because there are those, for example, rituals of passage in which the body changes, in which the body enter the state of menopause, of andropause, in which the body changes, starts to show more pain, more problems, and lots of people live this situation in a very challenging way, because there is no acceptance of the passage of time, because there is no acceptance of the change, which is an element that is constantly is a constant characteristic of our own life. And we start going nearer to death by the moment we are born. By the moment we were born, we are 1 second nearer to our death, which is not the end of everything. It's just simply that moment in which there is a life changing and continuing, changing clothes, in which the soul changes its own clothes, its own dress, and keeps existing in another form. In another form that is valid according to your beliefs. So we don't have to say that there is one way of believing things only, but there is one way of which we all can consider our current life as a whole process where there is no dualism between the parts, between this constant rush in remaining, in showing that our body is still young, in fighting wrinkles, in trying to stop the passing of time, to show what? Just to start blocking and considering ourselves simply because we are not able to face the transmutation of our current dress that evolves, that is teaching us new things, that is carrying on more teachings that then we can remember and take with ourselves to the next reincarnations.